Now then, welcome to Planet Earth.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Are you on Earth?
I am. It doesn't tell me that we're live yet, Dom.
Yeah,
But
we
are
are
we?
live.
Oh, there we
Very
are.
much live.
Oh, there we
Loads
are.
of schools tuning in for
Oh,
Planet
yes.
Earth Day. Love that. Get your comments in. Tell us where you're tuning in from, which part of Planet Earth. Maybe, I don't know, who knows? You might be with Katy Perry in space floating around. Who knows? I mean, even there, you should be on a live lesson. So
Yeah,
get on it. Let us know
yeah.
what you're doing and how it's told you that you need to connect more with the Earth. That's great. Hey, what's the theme for 2025?
It's our power, our Earth, our planet.
Ugh. You're
Isn't
not a real Earthling, are you? If you don't know what Earth Day 2025 themes are, straight off the top, our power, our planet.
That's what I
Well,
said.
you need to have a proper think about it.
I said those things and a couple of extra bits. That's all. It's fine.
Yes, indeed, it's Earth Day and it's our power, our planet. We're going to be doing a couple of activities kind of with the theme around renewables and actually kind of with a little bit of a Windy Pops theme as well.
Oh, how so, Dom?
Well, you know how important wind is. You're a big advocate of wind, aren't you?
Yes, love a bit of wind power. Love a turbine or something. I do. Yeah, it's good, that.
One might call you the personal turbine.
No, well, there we are. You want to be like that?
Right, we shall be testing our wind capabilities in this session through the medium of video and web page too. But before we do that, you have an activity page on the Shkreli adobe.ly/Earth Day, and we have 3 rules as always. Mr. Jones, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go through them all. Your time starts now.
Well, rule number 1, pauses if you want. Dom's going to be on the browser. I'm going to be on the iPad. So you're going to see everything twice. Saying that, if we're still going a bit too fast, you can pause us and catch up whenever you want. At about 4 o'clock this afternoon, Dom will be emailing every teacher that's registered with a certificate for all of you that's taken part in either one or both of today's challenges, activities. And then finally, on the same email, you'll have information about how to earn swag for completing an Express School Challenge. Do that 3 times.
Yes, indeed. In fact, that was a bit of a tough challenge because the Express School Challenges probably needs a little bit more explanation to it, but you will see it on the activity page. Basically, as Mr. Jones said, get people involved in your school and you get free swag. And if you do that 3 times, you get a free pizza party. Lots of pizza parties happening this week, in fact. Lots going out this week, so do get on it. Right, let's have a look at the activity page. Here it is. Let's get some of these off. We'll go back here, or maybe a small title. Yes. Okay, so this is the challenge page that you need. Adobe.ly/Earth Day. If you have an iPad, you can open your camera app and you can scan that QR code. It will take you straight through to this page. There he is. He's doing an excellent job, the hostess with the mostess. And then also, if you do need more information about the Express School Challenge, do give that button a click right there. It will take you down to the bottom where all of the information is there, including a lovely graphic with Mr. Jones made involving lots of pizza.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great graphic. Right. What are we going to do for our challenge, for our activities? For our activities. Well, the first one is video editing, making a video called Wind. How is it formed? And spoiler alert, there are no baked beans involved. Whatsoever. Although Mr. Jones doesn't need baked beans. He manages to do it by other means, I think. Right. Right, make a video about wind and how is it formed. You've got some sections here. It's going to be like a 4-section video. If you struggle with copying and pasting because you're on an iPad, because sometimes it can be a little bit tricky, then open the Google Doc and that will take you through to this page, and you've got all of those things there which you can copy and paste. Mr. Jones will be very pleased. And you also have an exemplar that I did myself, which you can have a look at there as well. Second activity is going to be web design. We're going to be making a web page about teaching people about electricity, how we can save electricity and different types of renewable energy, including wind power, which is our favorite for today. But without further ado, shall we get on with activity 1? Have I gone too far?
No, let's go.
Okay, right. Well, you should be logged into Adobe Express. You should have the app open if you're on an iPad, that kind of thing. And we've got an orange hero tile. That's what this is called. And you click it, the one that says make a video, orange with a turtle on. Cool. Right. Let's get rid of some of this nonsense. We don't need any templates because we're too good for that. So we're going to X out of that. And we're going to give it a title. Wind video will be mine. There we go. Imaginatively titled as always. Right. So if I go back to this one here, you can see that we're going to do a video about wind. How is it formed? And we've got 4 sections here. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm going to do is going to have a video for each one of these scenes. It's going to be a very highly produced video because we're going to have a video on every scene. So you're going to have one for like uneven heating, one for temperature differences, one for pressure gradients, one for air movement. So let's get cracking with that. So uneven heating. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates. Right. Well, actually, do you know what? I have gone too far on this because maybe we should do a title scene, which is wind. How is it formed?
Go on, Anne.
That's what I'm going to select. Right. Okay. Let's do that instead. Right. So let's go to add media at the bottom.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Let's go to add media at the bottom. Adobe stock videos, s'il vous plaît. And then search video. And then I'm going to go for wind. Now, I don't know if I'm going to see if you can get the musical reference here. And any teacher who's watching, see if you can get the musical reference here. What's this one?
That's Waving Wheat.
Waving Wheat. What song does it remind you of?
I don't know.
Walking in Fields of Gold. Come on.
Oh, gotcha. The Fields of Barley.
Fields of Barley. There you go.
Fields of Barley.
Fields of Barley. And yeah, not to be confused with Indonesia. So we've got our first one there. It's looking lovely, but it's actually also quite long. But that's okay for now because let's put the title in there. Let's go to T for text on the left-hand side and then add your text and then I go wind. How is it formed? Now you can copy and paste this from the challenge page if you like. What I'll do is I'll also put it at the top there. That's nice. Now let's make sure it's centered because I like that. Now, obviously, we want to get a different font here because this one's a bit boring. That was quite cool, actually. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd search for if you wanted to find a windy font. Maybe something in italics.
Maybe, yes. Kind of leaning a bit.
Yeah. Leaning. This one's called Hobo Standard. Doesn't have an italic. Well, that's a shame. Let's go to recommended fonts and see if there's anything that we can italicize.
You could just type italic in, couldn't you, into the font?
You could. Don't mind this one either. Wind, how is it formed? Yeah. So maybe I'll stretch it out a bit. There we go. And then just make sure it's centered. We want the pink line of glory. And then stick it there. And then let's give it a little play by taking our playhead, grubbing it back to the start.
Yeah.
Grubbing. This is all good. I'm liking it. It's working well. Now, there are some little things of barley there or wheat or whatever it is kind of going over our letters. So if you really wanted to, just like Mr. Jones always does, you could go back to edit. You could go down to your outline down here, give that a click, change it to white, and then maybe just bring the outline thickness up a little bit. I don't know. Ooh, why is it only doing it to some of it and not all of it?
No.
Very strange. Maybe I'll select it all and then change the outline thickness. Oh, very odd.
I think it is there, and it's just blending in with the background, perhaps.
Oh, maybe. Talvesh. Yeah, maybe. There we go. Wind, how is it formed? That's a kind of a good start.
You can see it when the when they move behind it. It's cool. On the word wind, it looks like it doesn't have an outline, and then woo, there it is.
I know, that's professionalism right there.
Lovely. That's lush, that is. I love
It's
that.
lush that is. And then animation. Well, maybe we'll do a bit of animation now because it's fun.
Go on, then.
Wind. We should drift it in. Oh, just like it
Oh.
being blown on the wind.
Well, then.
Incredible. And then maybe I'll duration. Yeah, like 1.5. Energetic. No, I want this to be smooth. I want it to be smooth.
Ooh.
And then you could put something in, you know, a little loop on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Or a little jitter. But I think if I did that, I would bring the intensity and the speed right down. Something like that. You know, just so it kind of looks like it's being buffeted around, just like the wheat is itself. And then maybe on the out, we can have it drift out as well. But I need to make sure that it maybe ends outside the page.
Oh, it's lovely.
It is lovely, that, isn't it? Let's just give that a little play. Wind. How was it formed?
It is.
Oh, and it's gonna, you see, it's just way too long here. Way too long. But once it gets to the end, you'll see.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's lush, that is. That is lush, that is.
Yeah.
Right. Let me remove and let me add and see what Jonesy's got in his locker, in his Davy Jones locker.
Here we go. So this is my Chrome app on the iPad. So I got the challenge page open. So yeah,
what other app could they use if they didn't use Chrome?
Well, I suppose your iPads will come preloaded with Safari. So you could use Safari, and that I don't know why I actually don't just use Safari in the demos. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Maybe I will. From tomorrow on, I will use Safari instead of Chrome.
You'll be on Safari from tomorrow.
I will. Right. So let's jump over to Express. There it is. And the first thing Dom did was click on the orange hero tile to start making a video. So let's give that a tap. Make a video. Are you making a video? Oh, no, that's very peculiar. Well, there you are. I wasn't expecting that. Right. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to close that app down. I'm going to relaunch it.
There it is.
There we go. Let's just relaunch. And that's what's great about Express. Even if you're in the middle of doing something and things start acting up funny, just close the app down, open it back up. It's always saving all of the time, and you won't have lost anything. Right. Let's name the project. Otherwise, Dom gets really mad. So top left. Name your project.
I would have named it if it wasn't for you pesky kids.
Right, there we go. You kids with your non-named project. And then win the video. And let's find some media to put in there. So you could use the add media button that's right there at the bottom. Or you could go to media on the left-hand side over here, left-hand side. And at the top, you can search for videos. And here, let's search for maybe windy.
Windy.
Oh, I'd love to see kind of, like a newspaper blowing down the street. Something that would be great. But I'm not going to get one.
Well, you could do tumbleweed.
Yes. You could.
What is that? What was that?
No, I don't know. What's going on? Right, there's Dom's there. I'm going to go for this palm tree. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Not a single breath of wind.
There it is. Those leaves are fluttering slightly. How dare you?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, look.
Okay, maybe.
Right, let's get some text. So I'm going to go to text. And then add your text. And I'm going to go wind. And then space. Add a dash. Space. How was it formed? How is it formed? Question mark. Here we go. Now, let's zoom out a bit, pinch out. Okay, now I got a lot of space over on the left-hand side here, so it would make more sense if I had mine in a kind of a box. So I'm going to go into the text layouts here. So I got my text box selected. Over on the left-hand side, next to my head, just here, you can see a default and then text layout. And in there, the first option there is dynamic. What I want is just the word wind. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Just absolutely nailed it for you.
Like that. Look, and then it just fills in. So if you've got a nice big gap in your video, that's a kind of nice way to fill a gap, is with a dynamic text box. Right. And now let's just go. So I'm going to tap on where it says So Sans 3, the name of the font that we've currently got. And you can just type in here italic, ITALIC.
Ooh,
And then it's just going to show you loads of different ones that have got italic options. So things like this one here. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. The dash has been turned into some kind of amazing.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's been distorted by the wind itself.
Yeah, like some kind of bizarre boomerang. Right. Right. Okay, so black text is fine. Maybe I'll put an outline on like Dom did. So here on the left-hand side, you can see the black square for the black font, but next to it, then you've got the switch arrow, but next to that, you've got the outline color. And let's go for white. And I'm an extreme kind of guy, so I'm going to take that all the way up to the max.
Whoa.
Whoa! And then the final thing that Dom did was add in some animation. So again, we're going to go to animation at the top. How do we want this to animate in? Well, maybe I'd like it to fade in. So just tap on fade.
Yeah,
there we go.
Good, yeah. Oh,
that's
lovely.
Nice. It's lovely. And then loop is what we wanted to do whilst the scene is going on. Like Dom said, we want this to be quite subtle, I think. Maybe just a bit of a flicker. Flicker, and then bring that down, way down. Intensity and the speed is the one I really want to bring down. See?
Yeah.
That's nice. And then out, I'm going to get that to fade out again. And you can actually change the direction of the fade. So maybe I'll have it just blow back the way it came.
Oh, yeah, from whence it came.
Yeah, so the winds of change, you know. Right, there we go. So
it's another musical reference. We've got it all going on here. Winds of change. Winds of change. What a tune.
What a great song that is. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Right. Okay, so we've got
you know the name of the band? It was an 80s hair rock band from Germany.
Go on.
Called the Scorpions.
The Scorpions, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So we got wind video here, and mine is too long. This first one, it's very long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a voiceover on there. So that will determine how long my video will be. Look at that for pro. So I'm going to go to media. I'm going to go to audio. I'm going to go to record voiceover. Now you will see here that you have an enhanced speech thing. If you're on a busy classroom, like I'm sure you all are, make sure that's turned on. My microphone is this one. And then I'm just going to read from the screen. Wind. How is it formed? Lovely. Now it's enhancing speech down the bottom, which is good. It's going to get rid of all the background noise. And then it means that I can kind of bring my video into somewhere around about there. So you don't have to wait so long. And then, enhanced speech has been applied. Fantastic.
Nice.
Listen. Wind. How is it formed? Oh, that was good. I liked it. Right. Now, let me go back to this one. So our first kind of scene is uneven heating. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates. Okay, so I'm going to copy that. If you need to use the Google Doc, I can't speak today, please do. And you'll be able to get that text too. And then I'm going to go back here, add a scene, add a blank scene. That's fine. Right, let's put our text in. Go to T for text, add your text, paste that in there. Now, I'm not going to keep all of this in here, but why have I done that first? Jones, over to you.
Right, well, you froze up a bit for me there, but so you've just copied the whole thing in, and I reckon you're going to use that basically as a kind of script on screen to just read it out whilst you're recording your voiceover.
He's not wrong. Right. So let's grab our scene. You see, just in the corner here, where you got the little
Yeah.
two. Let me zoom in here, and then you'll be able to see. You can grab this out. Let's give ourselves some time. That would be a good thing to do. And then I'll record my voiceover first. Why not? Let's just do that first. Media, voiceover. Select the right microphone. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates. There we go. So now that we've got our voiceover in there, don't forget we use the enhanced speech. And if you've forgotten to put it on, you will be able to select over here. You see where it's doing all the magic there? You will be able to select afterwards, which is pretty cool. But now we know what scene. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? And then I can bring this back. And then first thing I'll do is I'll probably take all of that off. Brill. Then with my text selected, I'll go to text layouts here and go to dynamic. This is cool. Bring that down to the bottom. And now I need to find a good video for the background, I think. So I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side, go to videos. And then what am I going to search for here? I don't know, like sunshine?
Yeah.
I'm looking for something which, do you know what's really good about this video?
Tell me.
Well, the thing that I've said in my voiceover is that the sun's energy heats the earth, land and water at different rates. And this has got both land and water in there. So I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to do you know what would be really good here? Would be that you could add it to background straight away.
Oh, well, you
because
can.
fill video is good, but what's the problem here?
It's still in front of your text.
Yeah, it's still in front of your text.
Yeah.
So you've got two options. You can grab it and put it down in layers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can 3-dot it, center back, get it back. And then you've got this uneven heating down the bottom. You can't see it. So again, outline. Let's give it a white outline. And then outline thickness. Ooh. Maybe not. I'm not all the way up, man. I'm not. That's not me. So apart from animation, that's all good. Let's have a look. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates. Nice.
Amazing.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I think
you managed to sound like an AI human there. That was really good.
It's my best Coast of London impression. Right. So what we'll do is we will do some animation, but not until Jones has done scene 2.
Okay. So we need to add our voiceover for our first scene and then trim it back because that's 15 seconds. Yeah. So let's go to media on the left-hand side. Up at the top, we're going to go to audio and then record voiceover. Maybe you'll have to allow the microphone. And then my screen recording for you there now doesn't show what happens next, but I've got it same as Dom. I can choose a microphone if I want. I got the enhanced speech button if I want. And then I'm just going to tap start recording. It's going to count me down. Here we go. Wind. How is it formed? Do you like that, Dom? Do you like that?
That was first rate.
Thank you.
That was absolutely first rate.
So there we go. So you can see on my timeline that, I haven't even reached halfway across this scene. That green clip is my voiceover. So really, I don't want the rest of this scene that you can see, the big clip you can see on my timeline. So let's just tap on it. And then over on the right-hand side of the clip, you can see that it's got a thicker black edge. If you grab that, if you tap on that, tap and drag it back. You don't need to get it bang on in line. A little bit longer than your voiceover is good to just allow your scenes to kind of breathe a bit. Okay, so that's done. Let's give that a whirl. Wind. How it formed. There's very dramatic. Right. And let's add our scene. So again, down there on my timeline, you can see after my first scene, we've got that little plus icon in a box. So let's tap on that. and we want a new blank scene. So let's just go add blank scene. There we go. Now then, this next scene is about the sun heating the earth. So maybe I'll start off with a video and get that in straight away. So I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side, and I definitely want to search for videos. Let's search for something like sun, earth, and I wouldn't mind seeing the planet Earth in space, you know, and then something like that. The first one is perfect, I think. Okay.
Very cool.
So, yeah, and then if we play that scene, hopefully the sun kind of peeks out. Yeah, and I think that shows, you know, land and sea, and yeah, that's fine. Right. So let's just get that text over now. So I'm going to skip back over to the activity page. And on the activity page, I want to copy this first piece of text. Now on the iPad, copying a block of text like this, oh, look at this. Look, stop it, behave. So that's why Dom's given us that button that says Google Doc. So what we're going to do is we're going to long press that button, and I'm going to open that in a new tab. And there we go. I can now see how easy that is.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah. Copy. Jump back over to Express. And we're going to add some text. T for text, add your text. And I'm going to paste that in. Now, to paste on Express on the iPad, the easiest thing is to actually use the paste icon on the keyboard, which is right here next to my head. With the scissors, and then you've got the copy, which is 2 white pages, and then paste is the black clipboard with a white page. It's the third icon across over there. Right, so I'm going to tap on that. And there we go. It's pasted all that in. Now, I can't really see it very well. Let's just change the font to white. There we go. And as Dom showed you, we're not actually going to keep all this text on the screen. I just need it to be there as my script. So let's record my voiceover. Now, the voiceover will go wherever your playhead is. So you want to make sure that your black playhead is back at the beginning of your scene. Kind of there. And now I can go to media and go over to audio again. And I'm going to record a voiceover. Here we go. Ready to go. And I'm going to start recording. Count me down. 3, 2. Uneven heating. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates.
That's a different style on your second one.
Yeah, I went back to my natural accent. Yes, I did. Right, so you can see there, that's the voiceover. And again, the scene itself is a little too long. So I'm just going to trim that back. And now let's just get rid of, oh, what a great satisfying noise that is. Let's just get rid of that description, and I just need the title, which is Uneven Heating.
I mean, he could have long pressed and just deleted it all, you know.
I like the sound it makes. There we go. So it's got the same font as I had in my first scene, which I'm quite happy with. Maybe I'll make it a bit bigger so that it fills. There we go. I don't think I need an animation on this. I'm quite happy because there's a lot going on there in the background. So I'm there. Back to you, Dom.
Great. Back to me in the studio. Right. Yes. So we've got uneven heating here. Now I would quite like to do a bit of animation on mine. So I've got my text selected, uneven heating. I'm going to animation in. I think it's gonna rise. Yes.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's beautiful. Maybe I'll start outside the page, direction up. Yeah, lovely. And then do I want the effect? Maybe no, maybe I'll loop it and yeah, maybe I'll do a blinking or maybe a flicker. Yeah, maybe a flicker, something like that. I'll bring the speed and intensity right down though. Just right down 2 and 2, that'll do. Just a little. You can barely see it, in fact. Let's bring the intensity up. Yeah, that'll do. And then out, yeah, maybe it can drop out, something like that. Drop out, end outside of page. Yeah, personality soft. Don't even know if it ever makes any difference. But let's bring that. Yeah, that'll do. So now if I go, you'll see it coming up.
The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly, with land and water absorbing heat at different rates.
Lovely. Loved it. So let's put a new scene in there, add media, add a blank scene. What have we got going on here? What on earth have we got going on this one? Temperature differences. Yes. Okay, temperature differences. Now, this uneven heating creates temperature differences. That's what we're going to say. So I'm going to put my videos in first because this is a fun one. So I was going to do like busy beach. That's going to be one. Now, what?
Yeah,
I mean, this
cool.
is. I mean, none of these are beachy at all.
No.
Maybe I would just put like beach. Yeah, something like that. Busy beach. I want to like hot. This guy looks pretty. He looks like he's burning up. What am I? I'm trying to find one that's going to think that it's like super hot. None of these look pretty hot. Oh, that one. I like that one. Great. Because it's also vertical as well. I like that because what I'm going to do here, and I'm just using the, well, I was actually using the corner ones to bring it out. But actually what I want to do is get this to halfway. Oh, pink line of glory. Great.
Nice.
And then also maybe if I bring it down, stretch it up, I would definitely want that sun because look, if I play this, the sun is twinkling, which is lovely.
Lovely,
so I'm going to do that one. So that's the hot one. And then on the other side of this scene, I'm going to do a cold one. So I'm going to do like snow. What have we got here? And maybe I'll put snow vertical. And that will give me more snowy change.
Great. Yeah.
This one's cool. Yeah, I like that. It's got some movements in. That's what I'm looking for. Bit of movement, guys. Come on. Bob and weave. Duck and dive. Let's get it in there. And then I've got two videos side by side, you see, and they can both play. Look at this.
That's cool.
Ooh. The other one's got more movement than this one. That's fine. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you that like you can have snow and you can also have sun as well. Right. So now that I've got two videos in there, now they are actually both different lengths. You'll see that one is slightly different from the other. I don't actually like this video. It's got too much. I think I'm going to replace it. Replace videos and maybe just have this one because it's kind of the camera is more static. So I'll click that one, replace, and then I think that will be a little bit. I think that'll be better.
Oh, that's lovely.
Right. Yeah. So I've got that. And what I need to do next, get my playhead back to the start, just for good practice. And then I'll go temperature differences and copy it all. Go across here, go to T for text, add your text, paste it in there. Can't really read it, but that's okay because I'm just using it for my kind of text prompt. I'll go to edit over here, go to the outline color here. You see fill an outline and then change it to white. And then increase the thickness. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. And I'll read it off by going to media, audio, record voiceover, get the right microphone. This uneven heating creates temperature differences. There we go. Nice. And then, as always, as we've been doing, grab the little end bit. It will change.
Oh, you're not on the right screen, Dom.
Oh, man. Well, I did my voiceover and you didn't even see it. Well, that's rubbish. Should I do that again?
No, we know how to do a
voiceover.
voiceover.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only the voiceover.
And then, right. And then, so my voiceover stops down here. You can see. So what I want to do is just trim it back. But like Mr. Jones says, don't go all the way. Just give it a bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
And that looks nice to me. If you really wanted to, one thing you could do is just create a little gap in between your videos, just to maybe give it a little bit of, you could do that if you wanted to guess. But then with this temperature differences here, I'm going to click and select all of that bit that I don't need. I'm also going to go to text layouts. I've done it for the first two, so might as well do it here as well. Temperature differences. I'll plonk that right in the middle. Right in the middle, just like that.
Well
and then I will, well plonked. And then I will have a bit of, I will do a bit of animation as well. But I think in the meantime, because we've seen animation once before, you're doing in, you just make sure you got the text selected and then you got your animation in, loop and out. But while, rather than watch me do that, you can see Mr. Jones creating his scene himself.
All right. Yeah, this is fun. I like this bit. I like having these 2 videos on. This is mega fun.
Yeah.
There's some pro level stuff going on here. So add another scene so you can see at the end of my timeline that little plus in the box. Give it a tap. Add a blank scene. Okay. I'm going to put a background on this. So I'm going to go to Elements for the first time today. Elements on the left-hand side and Backgrounds. And I just want a gradient background. So I'm just searching here for gradient. Gradient. And these just work really nicely as just kind of, a random background. And something like that, I think, is really nice. That's fun. All right. So we want a scene that looks cold and a scene that looks hot. So let's go to our media and we're going to go to videos. And I'm going to search in here for something like, sunny day. Let's try that. Sunny day. Oh, okay.
Oh.
It suggested it as a search, and then thanks for that. Right. Right. Okay. Let's just go for sunny. Go sunny. There we go. 3,500. Brilliant. So I'm gonna go find something that looks really nice and bright and sunny like that. Love that. It's cool. Love that. And I'm just gonna pop that there. And let's go and find something that looks really cold. So I'm gonna go to media. And this time I'm going to search for Frozen. And here we go. Something that, there's some cold looking places here, man.
Yeah. Oh, look at that one.
That place looks cold. Right.
Yeah.
So I've got my 2 videos. Okay. One of them is not behaving. So what am I going to do? One of them really isn't behaving. I'm going to bin that Frozen one and bring in something else because that didn't look like it wanted to play. I'm going to try this one.
That climber one looked amazing.
Yeah. There we go. Right. So I'm just going to bring them up in size. Something like that. Okay. And if you want them to be exactly the same size, what you can do is put them next to each other and the pink lines, bam, there. It's going to show you that they're exactly the same size. Now, this is something that's quite new in Express. You can go to corners. You see on the left-hand side, it says corners.
Lovely.
The roundness of the corners.
Yeah.
And you know me, Dom. I'm an extremist, so I'm just going to take it all the way to the top. Yep, like that. Okay, really nice, simple effect. And now I'm ready to add my text. So I'm going to go to T for text, add your text. And this is temperature differences. Differences? Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't start with an R. Temperature differences. There we go. And I think what I'm going to do is just rotate that and have it go between the 2.
Yeah, cool.
Something like that. It's just something slightly different. I really like how Dom had those 2 videos right next to each other as well.
Well, obviously you didn't like it quite enough.
Well, no, I did. I just thought, I'll do it differently. So now let's click play on there, and we can see now those 2 videos playing.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like the rounded corners. Yeah.
Rounded corners are great. Now, I think also something new in Express. No, it's not there. No, it's not there. Don't worry about that. Don't mind me. Right. Right. Recording your voiceover. So this one is short, so I don't think I need this script. This uneven heating creates temperature differences. Right. Okay, that's easy enough to remember. So let's jump back over. Media, audio, record voiceover, allow, start recording. Let's go. I forgot what it was.
This uneven heating creates temperature differences.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, right. This uneven heating. That's easy enough to remember. Right, come on, Jones. Right, here we go. This uneven heating creates temperature differences. Dear me. Right.
Excellent.
It's all fun and games till you don't. Right. Okay, and now that scene is way too long, so let's just bring that right back. There we go. And I'm done. What's next,
Nice.
Dom?
Okie dokie. Right. Let's remove and add. Okay. So I did a little animation. I tumbled this one in. Don't normally use a tumble, but I went for a little tumble. And then I made
Even
it.
heating creates temperature
I made it
differences.
pulse. And then it spun out. That was nice. So don't forget, you went your animation, you got in, loop, and out. I've used all of them. And then we're going to add another scene, add a blank scene. And then let's go here, pressure gradients. Yeah, so I'm going to copy all of this text, go back to my video. So what are we going to do here? Well, we're going to go to, right. So for pressure gradients, one of the things that I searched for in my videos was weather map. Now, it doesn't get you exactly what you might expect. In fact, maybe I didn't even search for weather map. Oh, no, this second one was the one I used. Right. So I'm going to click it. It's going to go. Oh, no, that's good. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to select it and make sure when I'm on edits, it's going to go to fill video. Now, if I play this, you'll see that it is quite slow. So there's a way that we can fix that to make it a little bit more dynamic. We can go to speed here. We can move it up to 150. Let's give it another play. That makes it a little bit faster. You could even go to 200, in fact. And let's see what it's like from the start. That's a bit more dramatic. That's what I'm looking for. So I moved my speed up to 200. That's cool. Then I'm going to go to T for text, add your text, paste all that in. Let's get it right in the middle so we can use it for our voiceover. We might as well put the white outline on now because I'll only do it later, even though I'm deleting some of that text. And then I'm going to create my voiceover. So make sure your playhead comes back to somewhere near the start. It doesn't have to be exactly the start. And then you're going to go to media and audio, voiceover. There we go. Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure. There we go. And then drag this back. Now, this is where the fun and games gets even more fun and gamey because I can click my text here. I'm going to put my cursor just next to gradients. I'm going to delete all of that. Now, I'm also going to do this. Right, with my text selected, go to text layouts. I'm going to go to dynamic, and then I'm going to put it right in the center there, and I'm going to get gradients, and I'm going to cut it. So you can go to your 3, and you can't actually cut it in there. That's interesting, but I can on my keyboard doing Control and X. Right, so we've got pressure as 1, and then I'm going to duplicate that. So go to you have it selected, go to duplicate. Now you've got 2, pressure. And then I'm going to pop it alongside, but now I'm going to paste in gradients.
Right.
Interesting. Now it's put it in as a different size, which I find quite strange. It did this in my test. So I'm just going to make it a bit bigger, and then I might need to put it to the side. Now, what you can do with these, you've got two different kind of text boxes here, pressure and gradients. Now, I'm going to have, let's assume that these are more or less in the right place. I might need to move that a little, maybe move that a little. So I think they're roughly in the right kind of place that I'm looking for. Okay. I'm going to press pressure, and I'm going to go to animation and then in, right? And I'm going to drop it in. And I'm going to go to the slider, duration 0.5, that's fine. Start from outside page, don't need that. So duration 0.5, strong, fade, and down. Right, and then I'm going to go to, and then I'll go to the out. Yeah. And then, so it dropped in, and then I'm going to drop it out as well. So I'm going to go 0.5, strong, fade, and down. Okay, did that work? I think so. No, I'm on in. So where did it come? Yeah, so it's going to go down and down. And then on gradients, I'm going to go in. And I'm going to go rise. Well, maybe I should go drop as well. But this time I'm going to go up.
Yeah.
And then on the out, It's a bit counterintuitive because you're using drop, but actually you're going to make it go up instead.
Drop up. Yeah. Makes
Drop
sense.
up, yeah. So now,
Rising warm air creates low pressure,
oh, hang on.
while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
Okay, right. So I've got some work to do here because this didn't work out quite how I wanted to. In, right? Drop it in. Let's do start outside of page.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe change our duration to 1. Okay. And then out. I'm going to go drop it. End outside of page. Duration 1. That was for gradients. And then pressure. Let me just check which way I did. Up. So pressure is going to be the absolute opposite of that. So in, I'm going to drop. It's going to have to come up on 1. And it's going to have to go out up on 1 too. Okay. Oh, it's going to be outside of page and outside of page. Right. Let's see how this goes now.
Rising warm
Ooh.
air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
What is going on? Right. Let's just check this. Right. So at the start, they're both coming up from the bottom. Right. I'm going to get this right before I hand him back to you. I am sorry about this. Right. Drop. I want it to go from the bottom, start outside a page, duration 1. Right. And then it's going to have to keep on going up. So let's go here to on. It's going to keep on going up, end outside a page, duration 1. Let's check that. Yeah. And then gradients, that's going to go in. This one's going to go down this time. There we go. That's better. And then on the way out, it's going to go down as well. Down.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you go to the end, yeah.
There it is.
There it was. Let's have a check.
There it was. Gone.
Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
So it's kind of that understanding that high pressure and low pressure are doing different things. That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. That was massively long-winded. Right.
That's cool.
Let Jones show him how to do it in a better way.
All right. Okay. All right. So let's add the scene. Add a blank scene. That's fine. And I'm going to go to videos, search media videos. I'll just search for where. Oops, a daisy. Weather system. See if we get something there. No. Okay.
What did you put it's in? A tough one, that one. I put weather map.
Oh, map. Okay, weather map.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So there's one Dommy was there.
There wasn't loads of great ones. I must admit.
No, there's a lot of Texas going on here.
Yeah.
Lots of Texas. Yeah, well, I'll grab that one you got, I think. Right. And let's fill the video. Okay. Get rid of those white lines, top and bottom. Fill video. Okay, fine. So this is all fine. So
you might want to increase the speed on that.
Yes, you did do that. Just over on the left-hand side, let's just whack that up. Ooh, that maybe I'll go to 150. All right. Okay. So now I need my voiceover. So let's just have a look. Rising warm air creates low pressure, sinking. I'm not going to remember all that. Okay. So let's just copy the text that I want. Okay. Copy. Bring it over. Text. Add your text. Paste. Bam. There we go. Right. Let's record that voiceover. So this bit, I'm sure you're all happy with. This is, easy enough. We've done plenty of these now. So I'm going to go to media and then audio. There we go. And I'm going to record the voiceover. Allow. And here we go. Count me down. Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure. There we go. Right. So there's my voiceover. So now I can bring down the bring back the end of that scene now so that it's, there we go, like that. Brilliant. Right, so I've got that ready. Now then, let's sort out this text. Tell you what, I'm just going to delete this altogether. Let's bring in a new text box. And our 2 words are pressure gradient.
Gradients.
Right, so let's go to text. And I'm going to add your text. And I'm going to put in here pressure. Okay, now let's just sort pressure out and then copy it, duplicate it. Because if we do it the first time, I was thinking if we duplicate it, it'll have all the animation, won't it? You know what I mean?
And you can just reverse it then.
And then you just have to change the direction of the animation. So
Yeah, good point.
maybe that'll help me. Maybe not. Okay, so let's have that centered and about there. Right, pressure. So now's a good time to add an outline. So what does the first one do again?
The first one can go up or down, doesn't matter. It can come in.
Is it the cold one? Is it
just needs to go the same direction.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So that's done. So now let's animate it. Okay. So let's go to animation, and we're going to in animation, and I'll go for a bungee. And now let's open up the settings, and let's bring that up to something like that. I want it to start outside the page, and I don't want it to fade either. Something like that. And then I'll have 1 bounce instead of 2. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit gentler. Cool. So, and then we needed to go out. Did you have it then go back the way it came or go down?
Down. So I can go in sort of like lifts.
So this is going to bungee down as well as it goes out. Fine. Okay, so we're going to go out. And this is going to bungee. And let's go into the settings. And let's do this. End outside the page. Take the fade off. Bring the duration back up. It was something like that.
And then down.
And down. Okay, so let's just play that and check it. Check that we're happy with that first word.
Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
Here we go.
Nice.
Right, great. So that's all. I'm happy with my first word. So what I can do now with that is duplicate it. So choose my first word, pressure, go to 3 dots, duplicate. Now, when you duplicate anything, it duplicates it, but it also duplicates all of the settings. So this will also, if I play this for you, both of those are going to do the same animation at the moment.
Rising warm.
Okay. So let's actually sort the animation out first then. So let's take my second one. No, let's change the text. Let's change the text. People are going to get confused. Right. So let's change this to gradients. Okay, fine. Pop that over.
Nice.
Right, now then, let's just play this. They should be moving together at the moment. So let me play.
Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
Okay, so pressure is going down. So we want gradients to go up and up. So that's all I need to do now is tap on gradients, and I just need to tweak the animation. So let's go to in first. And the bungee is still there. You can see it there under move. So if I tap on it, that's all I need to do now is change the direction from down to up.
Yeah.
And then go to out animation, do the same thing. Go to move, bungee, change the direction to up. And we should be there. So let's give it a play.
Rising warm air creates low pressure, while sinking cooler air creates high pressure.
There we go.
Very good. Excellent. Cool. Right, let's wrap up with our last scene. So, what have we got? What have we got? The last thing, air movement. So let's copy all of that text. Let's go back here. Let's add in a blank scene. Why don't we put that text in while we've got it here? Bosh, put it in the middle. Change what it looks like. Might as well do it now, I suppose. Edit, text layouts, dynamic. And then we can put an outline, which would be white. And we can also bring that up. That's fine. And then we go to media here, videos, search video. I'll go for wind again. Looking for something slightly different this time than the first one. Oh, that one's quite good. I like that. That's cool. I want one that is like seriously windy. Yeah, this one. Whoa. That one's great. Look at this. But it has put it in very small. So you can do fill video and then bring your text in the layer stack to the top. Now this is a good time to do your voiceover. So let's pop that in there. Pop that playhead right to the start. Media, audio, voiceover. Okay. Air moves from areas of high pressure to areas of low pressure. This is what we call wind. There we go. Nice. And then I can bring that all the way back. We can have a little bit of, a little bit of that. That is intense, man. Air moves from areas of high pressure. Still doing my, it's still doing its thing. Maybe I might take this bit out. Air movement. This is what we call wind. I like that. There we go. Put it onto 2 lines. Pop that right in the middle. And then maybe for the animation, I'll just do a loop on this one and just kind of blink. Yeah. That'll do. Okay. Well, that's our final scene there. So I think maybe, Jones, you can have a little crack at that before we do some transitions and a little bit of sound.
Yeah, great. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to add a scene. You know how to do that now. Add a blank scene. Search media, videos. Let's search for maybe a wind sock. Wind sock. No, none of those. Okay, cool.
What about if you did it 2 words?
Yeah, maybe. Let's try the wind sock.
Might give you a wash-in line.
No,
not really.
Not happening. No. Okay, so strong wind. Let's try that.
I actually put hurricane in one, and that gave quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonder if that's
because these
still
aren't.
the case.
We're actually looking at them. So that's what's good on the browser is you can hover over them, whereas on the iPad, no, you can't. Okay. I'll just go for that. This looks fine. Right. So this is in it's portrait, vertical. So you can just still go to fill video and it'll fill for you. So that's fine. I mean, it's better if you avoid doing that because sometimes the quality is not good enough. But with the Adobe stock stuff, it's usually good enough even if you do that. Right. I've done that. So now let's get the text over. So let's jump over. Here we go. Copy. Over. I'm not going to do a voiceover because you've seen me do that plenty of times. So let's go add to text. And I'm just going to paste that in. And what bit do I want? Just air movement. This is what we call wind. So let's delete the middle bit. I am just holding it down, you know. It's doing it.
Oh, really?
That's doing a tap it loads of times. Yeah. There we go. Cool. And then I think this text is going to sit best down there in the bottom left.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And let's just fill the kind of width of that. Add an outline. And yeah, as Dom said, maybe a bit of animation on this would be nice. So I'll just bring it. I'll use the fade again. I do like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Fade out. Lovely. So I would do a voiceover, but you know, I'm not going to do that right now because we're a bit tighter for time. So, and you've seen me do plenty of voiceovers. So there we go. Right, what's coming next, Dom?
Okie dokie. Right. Well, let's wrap this one up by going to any of the pluses between your scenes. You can see it down the bottom there. Any of the pluses. Add a transition. I'm going to dissolve on mine. I think that will be good for this one. And then you can click the apply to all scenes button. Bosh. And now all of your scenes will have this beautiful dissolve. Yeah,
that's lovely.
Lovely. Then we can go to media, we can go to audio, and here I actually searched for windy, and I found, now you can see my scene is 39 seconds long, but I did find. Well, that's not doing anything. What was the one that I found? It was really no, or maybe just wind. There was a really good one for wind. Oh, I've muted my I've muted this site. That's why.
No, I could hear it. I could hear
Oh,
it.
could you? I couldn't. Wind, light, blustery. I'm going to go for that one. And I think I can keep this one at 100% because it's kind of not really a track. It's like a background.
Wind, how is it formed? The sun's energy heats the earth.
Yeah, it's not the greatest track, to be fair.
It's quite
Maybe I'll-
quite subtle, isn't it?
Yeah, it was quite subtle. Well, what's a better one? And where was it? Wind chimes could be good, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, chimes would be good. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think I like this one. Or the birds one is good. Yeah, either of those is fine. So you've got yourself a track
The
on there.
sun's energy heats the earth unevenly.
Oh, yeah, that's
with
really
land and water.
that. Find yourself a little bit of audio there, Jones.
Yeah. Cool. And
your transitions.
Yeah, so you could go sound effects, or you could have music, couldn't you? So
Yeah.
So let's do the transitions between my first two scenes. You see that little plus icon. Tap on that. Add transition. And then I'm going to go with a push, as if the wind is pushing me. So I need to push the other way, I think. I'm going to push that way. As if the wind is pushing the scene out of the way. And so that's fine. I'm going to apply that to all scenes. You see that button right at the bottom of the screen there. Apply to all scenes. That's done. So now let's just get some music. So media, audio, and I'm just going to search. What about something like whistle?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I searched for that. I'm sure it was windy.
Whistle. Let's try something like this. I'm not sure about any of these. These sound a bit crazy to me. These seem a little bit... Hurricane whistle comic. Oh, it's only 1 second. That's no good. It's only 1 second. Street seller, toy bird whistle. What's this? Yeah, like that. Bring that in.
Yeah, cool.
Loud, so I am going to bring that volume down to maybe about 25%, something like that. I'm going to fade it out at the end as well because I'm a pro. Let's give
good idea. I've just done that on mine as well.
Uneven heating. The sun's energy heats the earth unevenly with land and water.
I'm not hearing my... Are you hearing my background there at all? No.
No, not the background, no.
Oh, no, I think maybe that's our live stream that's filtering it out.
Yeah,
I think.
Not to worry.
Yeah.
Well, shall I show them how to share?
Do it.
Yeah, why not? Okay, so let's have a look here. So once you've got your video, that was a bit of an epic video challenge, to be fair. And you've got your transitions in, all the rest of it, all of your animation. Then it's time to, you can download it. MP4 would be good. Video resolution 720 is plenty. And then go to share. And then you can create a view-only link, or you can send it to Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. But view-only link is good, and create a link, and that will give you a video link, which you can share with whoever you like. Okay. Activity 2. Well, we've got about 10 minutes for it. But actually, I think we can probably do it.
Yeah. Is it worth just doing it on it's very similar on both those screens.
Yeah.
Just doing it on your own.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so we're going to do a how can we save electricity. This is all about renewables and things like that. And you've got a Google Doc, which you can click there. So we're going to make a website about this. So let's click the Google Doc, show you what we've got. We've got this here. Now, this is how to create a web page in record time. And it's going to be easy peasy. So we're going to go to the plus, the A at the top, top left. And then here we're going to do build a web page, the purple hero tile. Give it a click. Okay. Now we don't need a template because we're expert pros.
Yeah.
Create from scratch. Let's call windy web page. Nice. Right. And then I'm going to go back to this one. I've got a title here. How can we save electricity? I'm going to copy it back here, add a title. And if you want to put your name in here, you can. There we go. Now, click anywhere in the gray, and that will allow you to add in a photo. That's what I'm going to do here. Add in a photo. Here, we're going to go for renewable energy. See what we get. Okie dokie. Now, this one looks pretty good. I like that. I like the sunset. It's got some solar panels. It's got wind turbines. And once it loads and what's the word I'm looking for? Once it renders. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Like that background. Right, it says down here, scroll to start writing your story. So I'm going to scroll, and then this menu pops up here. Now we're going to do 2 split layouts, and we're going to do a glide show of 2 images. Easy. Split layouts. Okay, let's go back to this tab. You've got a question. What is electricity? And you've got an answer here. Okay, you can read all this when you can, but I'm just going to copy all of that section. Going to go back to our Windy web page, press the plus here, go to text, bosh, paste it in. Okay, now I'm going to be doing this again, so don't worry that it looks quite fast because I'll be doing exactly the same thing on the next bit. But let me just show you how to make this look good. Click here. Header 2, that looks okay. Block quote, ooh, even better. Now, things that you can do on the left-hand side, add your image. Well, we're asking what is electricity, so let's just search for electricity. Okie dokie. Now this one's quite good with the bulb. I like that. That would be a very common use of electricity. So this could be a finished section, could be a finished split layout. But let's do some other funky things. Now, this section here is kind of like a summary sentence. So I'm going to put this in its own space by clicking next to simply, press return, clicking after it, press return. And then in this section here, I can format it. There we go. And that's like what you'll find in a newspaper, for example, when the editor or the reporter really wants you to focus on a sentence, it will give you the ability to, kind of highlight it. And that's what we're using header 2 to highlight it. Okay. So let's do that all again for the second section. Split layout. This is exactly the same with the first section. So don't worry if you're thinking, oh, he's going a bit fast. We're doing exactly the same things. We're going to copy that section of text. Oh, we should have gone back to there. We're going to go back to our page, copy that section of text, go back to Windy web page, press the plus, go to text, paste it in. Now, the formatting on our first one, we used the quote function, the block quote function for there. So we're going to keep our page consistent and use block quote function there too. And now in this section, just like we did before, we put our cursor in a certain section. I've got 3 questions that I want to ask people here in my kind of web page. And so I'm using plus to put them into different sections. That looks kind of nice. And then the right hand side, add your image. One of the things I'm going to search for is plug. Oh, this one is the most arresting image. So I'm going to use that. You're looking for things that grab the viewer's attention. Does that grab your attention, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. And yeah. I like how you're reusing, the same skills in this section as you did in the section before. It's cool.
Why, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Now, one thing you could do, for example, if you want to use exactly the same skills, would be to change this one to heading 2. And it's really telling people, stop, take a moment to look around your house or your classroom. So there you go. That's how you create your first and second sections. And then we're going to go down again, and this pops up again. And you'll see down here that you have the ability to do a glide show. Give it a click. Add a few background photos to your glide show. You see that down there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to our documents here. And we've got 2 sections, these bottom 2 sections. All right. So the first one is about renewable energy. And the second one is about fossil fuels. So when you're putting together a web page about things that you've discovered for Earth Day or things that you want to showcase to people, learning that you've done, then you want to find images that represent that learning that you've done. So let's go over here to the left and let's go renewable energy. That'll be a good idea. And now I'm looking for something a little bit different, maybe. Ooh, this one's lovely. A tried and trusted friend. And then the other one I'm going to search for is fossil fuels. Now, this first renewable energy image is beautiful. And fossil fuels are dirty. So let's give this a click over here, because this is a very contrasting images. These are the kind of emotions that I want to stir up in my reader. Now that I've got my two images in there, I can click save. Now below my split layouts that I did in my first two sections, I've now got a glide show. And watch this. Oh, who doesn't love a bit of gliding?
Oh, I love
Look
that.
at that.
Really, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. So now we've got a text box here. You can see it. And I can do exactly the same by getting my text, click and copy, share this tab by copying this third section here, and then go back to my Windy web page, put it in as text, exactly the same skills as last time, block quote for my questions. And then if I scroll down to my next section, my text box is on the left-hand side again here, but actually it's in the way of my dirty chimney stack. So let's move it over to the right-hand side. This is a classic Jones technique. He wouldn't want visual interruptions into his beautiful designs. And then I'll go back and get my fourth section, copy, back to Windy web page, text, paste it in, keep my designing consistent. And then here we've got this last section here is 3 strong statements. Unplug those devices, turn off those lights, act now and make a difference. So I'm going to put my cursor there, press return, and then in this section, I'll make this header 2, telling people, oi, go and do it. Right. Now that this is done, where are we at? Oh, look at that, record time. I'm going to show you 3 very cool things that you can do in order to take this web page presentation to the next level. So let's go back to our Google Doc. Now we've got 3 links down the bottom here. You can see these. So let's put them in. Right. The first one is what is electricity? And it's an article from our friends at the BBC. So you can highlight that and you can see you've got a little icon which says copy link. Can you see it down there? Copy link.
Yeah.
Give that a click. Now you've got that URL, that web page, you've got that copied now. So if I go back to my page, well, our question is, what is electricity? And this is a cracking article. So I'm going to put it in as a button. So button, learn more. And in the URL section, I can paste in Control and V, my article. And then I'll center that button to make it look nice and click save. Look at that. So I've given people information, but I'm showing them, hey, this is where you can go and learn more. And then on the second one, we've got a saving energy video. And if you highlight that, you can also copy the link in this little button.
We're on Express.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So if I highlight that, you can see you've got the copy link. I'll copy that. This is a YouTube video. So now if I go to Windy web page and go to my second section, this is all about saving electricity around the house, this section. So at the bottom of it, click the plus, go to video, and put in your YouTube link. Save. And look at that. It's a little thumbnail.
That's
comes
really
in
cool.
straight away. And then, last but not least, we've got renewable good news. So if you're thinking, well, this web page is making me feel a little bit, I don't know, under the weather. Well, highlight this, copy the link, and give people some good news in your Windy web page. Go right to the bottom. You can either put it in this section, for example, maybe here. Go to video, paste it in again. Just click in there, paste, save, and look at this.
And you could even put your wind video that we made in the first activity in this page, couldn't you, Tom?
Oh my gosh, that is a tremendous idea.
Well, we are. It's not,
It's the best one you've had.
With 40 seconds to go,
Yeah, there you go.
Drop
Good time check as well. Now you go to the top, you can press present, you can see the play button, and look at this for a fabulous piece of work. And I can use my left and right arrow. Section 1, got my button. It'll open up a new web page. use my right arrow. I've got my video here. If I give it a click, don't even have to leave the page. It's there. And then use my right arrow again. Got another video. Don't even have to leave the page. And then scroll down to the last bit, glide through. Beautiful. And when you're all done, you can press share, publish to web, create a link, and it's going to give you a link to a web page which you can share with whoever you like. There we go.
Wonderful.
Nice. Well, there we go. With 12 seconds overtime. Never mind. I hope that was good for everybody. We've got plenty of things coming up. It's going to be a very busy month. You'll be able to see all of the new sessions. What have we got going on? I can get it up right now.
Well,
next
week is UK Space Day.
Ooh, lovely. I think we're going to do an animation on that. I think would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we've got VE Day, Victory in Europe Day, the week after that.
Yes.
And then we've got a school year transition competition. So if you're coming to the end of a school year, you might be moving schools, you might be moving to a different class, and we'll be creating some school year transition materials, which you can give to fellow pupils. And after that, we've got National Numeracy Day and AI Week. So please do sign up.
Those are both on the same week as well. What a crazy week we're having there.
It's a smorgasbord. Right, that's enough of that today from us. Thank you very much for coming along, and we'll see you on the next ones. Register below.
Have a great afternoon. Bye.